The following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Jimmy, this is MC Alfred. And Ozzy. I'm just chilling, Jimmy Star, yo, sitting down and designing. Where every man them are thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't trust me. Big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfred, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
British punk, yo, what I wanna be. Jimmy Star, new celebrity.
We'll take you out to Jimmy Star's. He'll dress you.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Hello, and welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, bringing you the good times in music, fashion, pop culture, and entertainment. We're going to have a fun show for you guys today. Before we get started, we had all kinds of things going on. Let me say a quick hello to my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell.
Yeah, he's got to be nice to me because you're going to watch me beat him up on the air. I intend to punch his face in as many times as I can until my knuckles bleed. You know what he did? He went and took my orange cup and put his soda in, and he gave me his ugly, boring green cup with my stuff in it. I'm telling you, little by little, he's taking me away, my image. I'm no longer me. I become like, he's stealing. He steals my act. He steals my humor. He steals my clothes. He steals my jewelry. He steals everything. He stole my heart. But anyway, I'm going to beat the shit out. Oops, I'm not going to curse today. I want to be nice today. I'm tired of being crude and vulgar and funny. I'm going to be boring and sophisticated. Hi, how are you all? It's so nice of you to join us today on our show. We have splendid guests for you. I'm sure you will be very appreciative of who we've got for you. See, that's like a friggin' bore. Anyway, I want a Tesla. And Jimmy says, I'm working on it. Because Jimmy bought that BMW for like $9 million. Piece of crap. The air conditioning doesn't work. The car rides like a bumpy, junky crap.
Does not.
He could have got a Ford for half the price and it would have driven the same. I want a Tesla because we are being told now that gasoline will go up to $8 a gallon. It's already $5 in LA. And my car takes the high premium, and it's $4.98.
At the cheapest place here, it's like $4.40 now.
Yeah, I mean, so $5 a gallon. What is going on? Why is gasoline going so high? $8 a gallon? You bet I want a Tesla. Tesla is an electric car. It doesn't use gasoline. Is Biden making the gas go up so to force people to buy electric cars for the air pollution? That could be very well what he's doing because everybody's getting disgusted with these prices. I know in Europe,
they say ride a bike.
No, well, yeah, I would if it was a bicycle built for two. And Jimmy was on the back pedaling.
Yeah. And if it wasn't 120 degrees, of which we lost our air conditioning, it broke last night. They're coming today at 3 to fix it.
So I have this little fakakta fan blowing me. Well, at least I'm getting blown by something once in a while. But anyway, so yeah, $8. Europe, it's already $8 a gallon. Italy, $8 a gallon for gas. I mean, what is going on? This is ridiculous. I mean, hey everybody, there's something wrong.
So we got a ton of people in the chat room. Let's start saying hi. We have Cindy Lady Lake in the chat room.
Hey,
Teresa Sabin from Florida. Dawn Hinton.
Dawn, not Dawn. Dawn.
Boomer Mays just joined us.
The dawn has risen.
Right, Dawn. Boomer Mays is in the chat room. What's up, Boomer? Jimmy's Universe. Jimmy's in the chat room. Julia from last week, she came back this week, and
Julia,
she's from Russia. Hello, Julia. Yes. How are you? I hope you're well. Claudia's not coming yet.
She wrote a beautiful note in my private message about how she enjoyed the show and how funny it was. And I'm so happy when people do. I got a nice one a couple of weeks ago. Somebody said, you've got Howard Stern beat. You're far funnier and much better looking than Howard Stern. And I got a kick out of that message. That was from Yolanda, whoever Yolanda is out there. If you're watching, Yolanda, thank you for that lovely compliment.
And Angela Joseph's in the chat room. What's up, Angie?
Angie, baby, you're coming to town, I heard.
Oh, is she? I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's coming with Santa. Santa's coming to town. Yeah, Angie said she's coming to town. She's either coming to Palm Springs or L.A. So we get a chance to be with Angie Baby again.
Also, Julia says that B's not there right now, so she's like sending messages from B, giving lots of rays of love and positive sunshine.
B? Where is B?
I think she's doing something with her mom, maybe.
Oh, okay. As long as she's not.
We love B.
Oh, I hope she's not sick.
No, she's fine.
Or getting a sex change or something.
Yeah.
You never know. People like to change sexes nowadays. Years ago, you got bored, you changed a hat or your shoes. Nowadays, you're bored, you change your sex.
So we want to, actually show Dawn your watch, even though you've worn that one before.
I've worn this 1,000 times. It's my 40.
No, you have to go so you can see. If you can't see it in that picture, we can't see it.
There we are. It matches my shirt. It's chartreuse in blue, and it's a 40 watch, and it's waterproof, and it's terrific. And I've worn it many times. I coordinate my wristwatches with the clothing I wear. So I've got about 50 watches or more, and I collect watches, and I wear them periodically. I have diamond watches, but those I'll wear like for New Year's or Christmas when we do our fancy schmancy shows.
We want to give a shout out to Ian Smith, just joined us, and I believe that everybody in the chat room is saying to say some prayers for Dave Stars Now UK Dave, that his father is is ill. So we're sending positive vibes for Dave's father.
Oh, Dave's father.
So wishing Dave well, and
Dave,
hope everything goes well. We love
Dave. Life is not always fun.
Yep, that's for sure.
These are things that we all have to face. We even have to face our own death one day. So death is not to be afraid of or saddened by, because it's simply stepping into the next room. Nothing dies. Remember that. The universe made it that way. Nothing dies. Everything comes back as something else. So I believe that when you die, I interviewed Arlene Dahl. Go on Facebook and watch the Arlene Dahl Ron Russell interview. I said YouTube, right? YouTube. And Arlene Dahl talks about dying twice. Once in an automobile accident, and another time giving birth to her son, Lorenzo Lamas. And she died. And she explains what it was like. And the bottom line, she said, is it's like you step into another room. It's no big deal. So we really shouldn't fear death. We should try not to.
Ron thinks that all our dogs are reincarnated of other dogs.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, this little boy, this little Astro baby, he's definitely my Scooby, because he does all the things that Scooby did, and Scooby and I were just like the closest that an animal. I mean, Scooby and I were buddies. I loved him to pieces. I used to kiss him and hug him and rub him and love him all the time. And this one does the same thing. So I swear that Scooby came back to me through Astro. Hey, listen, even if it's not true, what a happy, pretty fairy tale it is. It makes me happy. And do whatever you can, folks, in life to make yourselves happy. Don't think negative. Get that fucking cup away from me. I'm going to break it right over your head. He stole my orange cup that I made famous. I made that cup famous. People said I should manufacture it and they would buy it. The Ron Russell orange
I totally
cup.
forgot about it.
You're totally full of crap. You're trying to steal my identity because your identity was stolen.
Yes, Lady Lake says it's a lovely thought. We love dogs too, you guys.
Really. I mean, if you have a little bit of fantasy in your life, there's a wonderful Italian song, and it's called "Con un po' di fantasia," and it tells you fa perderla. A little bit of fantasy helps you lose your anxiety, and I believe that totally. Sometimes look in the mirror and pretend that you're far better looking than you are. I do that every day, because if I really come to the reality of what I look like, I want to smash the mirror and then smash my face with a frying pan. But I can't do that because I need my face still, even though it's old and doesn't even look like me anymore. Isn't it amazing how when we get to be 81 or whatever I am, we don't look like ourselves anymore? I mean, I go on YouTube on our TV, and I look at all the famous movie stars and how they aged. Well, my God, there was a Claire Trevor interview that TCM did, and I didn't even know it was Claire Trevor, the actress from Warner Brothers. She was in Key Largo. Key Largo with Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall. She's the one that sang that song, off key deliberately. It's amazing how people just don't look the same. 20 and 80, two different people. I miss my darkness, my dark hair, my dark skin. I've gotten lighter with the years. You lose your pigment.
I'll say you look terrific today.
No. I look terrific for an 80-year-old person. I grant you that. Yeah. But who wants to look good for an 80-year-old person when all your life you've looked good just for being who you were? Now it's like, oh, look, Ron can walk. Ron can still talk. Ron still has his marbles. Look, Ron has pretty teeth. Ron has beautiful hair. Ron, you're amazing for 81 years old. I hate that crap.
I just think you're just amazing.
No, fuck you. When I was young, when I was in my 20s, nobody gave me that crap. They all used to say, wow, Ron Russell's really a good-looking guy. And that was a compliment enough. And I liked it. Now I get the old man compliments. Oh, look, he's not hunched over. I was walking at a red carpet with a friend of mine, and he said that. He said, Ron, you have a wonderful posture for a man your age. And I thought, what am I supposed to be, bent over with a cane? Like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, Quasimodo? I mean, anyway.
Let's give a shout out. Mike Wagner joined us from the Mike Wagner Show, too.
Hey,
What's up, Mike?
Wagner.
Hope you're doing good. Yes. Jimmy's
Mike,
laughing.
Well, it's true. Wait till you all get to be old. You're going to see how you're treated differently. It's terrible. I'm not used to it. I've been young all my life. I'm still young. And
They say it's a great hair day.
Who, me?
Both of us, they said.
Oh, what your hair? Your hair, you got fucking eyeglasses in it.
I know.
And you're going bald. I mean, you're a mess.
I don't care.
I'm getting even for him stealing my orange cup. What nerve? He said, "Oh, I didn't know." What are you, colorblind
really
or
quick.
dead?
I
What
was
are
in
you?
a hurry.
What are you in a hurry? But you got underwear on, right? You didn't forget to put bloomers on. But he forgot to rob my cup, because he always resented the fact that my orange cup became a star.
I like the orange cup better than the green one.
Well, you're never going to get it, are you?
You can make the drinks that we drink out of, and then you can have the orange
You're
cup.
never going to get that orange cup. Did you know I still have the fork that Jane Russell used? Get that fork off the air. Jane Russell always used her own fork when she traveled around because she didn't want to get trench mouth. Not that my house she would get trench mouth, but she liked the feeling of the weight of the fork and the way the prongs were in her mouth. I mean, a little strange, but she was a movie star. They're all strange. She also came with her own pillow. She never slept in anyone's pillows. So now I do the same when I travel in motels. I bring my own pillow. And now when I go out to eat in restaurants, I have a tiny little vial of alcohol. And I put it on the napkin and I wipe the fork because I don't want COVID and I don't want trench mouth. And it seems to me that there's an epidemic of trench mouth going around.
What is trench mouth? I don't
Trench
know.
mouth is when your mouth foams up like soap is in it. It turns blue.
Oh, then you die.
No, you don't die. It just nauseatingly, your mouth stinks. It's horrible. I've never had trench mouth, but I knew a good friend of mine that had it. And, you get it from dirty utensils in restaurants. And today, with the COVID, they're not doing what they should. And we have all sorts of people in our country now that came from third world nations where they didn't have needles to take vaccines for certain diseases. So they brought those diseases to our country. And trench mouth is one of them. And the other one is whooping cough. I mean, I can't believe that whooping cough is back in America. We got rid of it in 1949.
All right, so now we're going to bring in our first guest.
Who's our first guest?
Let's let her show up and then see if you can see her and see if you know who it is.
Oh,
Hey!
do I know who she is? Are you kidding?
Wait, say something. Let's make sure we can hear you. Say something.
I know exactly who she is. We have sex every day together. I love her.
There she goes. All right, everybody.
I know you're Ming. Ming, I know it's you. And having sex with her is a joke, folks. I know a lot of guys out there, after they see her, they're going to want to have sex with her.
Ron.
Poor
But
Dave. Dave's not there today either. Our resident perv isn't in the chat room today.
How are you, my...
Wait, we're going to introduce her so people don't know who she is.
Oh, I'm going to introduce her.
No, I am.
No, I am. She's one of my dearest friends. Ming.
No, that's not how we're going to do it. All right, everybody. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, the incredibly amazing writer, actress, and superstar Ming Ballard. Hello and welcome to the show.
I think that was so fucking rehearsed and phony.
No,
mine was sincere
Hi,
and
Jimmy.
loving.
Hi, Ron. Thank you.
You know what, Ming? Don't
Thank
even
you
talk.
so much.
Don't even talk to him in the show. Make believe he's not here. He stole my orange.
So
cup.
before we get started, first of all, you already know Ron, but say hi to my cool, outrageous man about town, Ron
Are
Russell.
you kidding? Like I said, we ran off several times. We went to Venice in a gondola. We made love in a gondola. And the waves kept knocking it out, but, I kept pushing it in. You got to do that stuff. There's a joke that Belle Barth did about when she was in... Belle Barth was an old Jewish comedian 1,000 years ago, and she used to tell a story about how she got boffed in a gondola and how the wave hit the gondola and it kept falling out. And she went on and on and on. Funny jokes. Can't do them today. People will be, oh, my God, shocked and so offended. They're all so offended.
So hang on.
Wait a minute, like the gay guys, some of them in Palm Springs, they get so offended so easily with potty mouth.
I'm not offended.
No, but wait a minute, let me finish. I'll let you talk in an hour or two. Wait a second. And these gay guys get so offended by a potty mouth, but they don't tell you when they're in Macy's on their knees working the glory hole.
Really?
I mean, that's these two double standards.
If you use the F word, they get all offended, and then you'll
Meanwhile,
see them
they're in a Macy's bathroom working the glory hole. So come on, double standard, phony balonies. Anyway, Ming.
Oh my God, they're laughing. So we have a chat room full of people. Ming, say hi to everybody in the chat room.
Are you going to let her talk?
Yeah, I'm going to let her say hi to everybody in the chat room.
She's so pretty.
Go ahead, say hi to everybody, Ming. So she froze, I think.
No, she didn't. She's just smiling a lot. Ming, did you freeze?
Hi, you guys.
Well,
you guys. Am I frozen?
No, now you're not.
No,
You're unfrozen now.
You're too hot to get frozen.
And we have
Meanwhile, Ming has
Yes, we can hear you. Yes.
Ming has written a fabulous movie.
Wait, we're not ready for that yet.
Oh.
So
what are you, my fucking director?
No, I wanted to say hi. So Dawn last night, she even posted it on Instagram or one of those things. Her name is Dawn Hinton, and she said she watched Vampy last night. It's super cute. So say hi to Dawn in the chat room for me, please.
She froze because you made her freeze.
I didn't make her freeze.
Yes, you did. You're so boring. You made her freeze.
No, say hi to Dawn, Ming. Say hi to Dawn. You're there, but we see you,
Hi,
but
Dawn.
we don't hear you. There you go. It's like we had a little bit of a delayed reaction there. I'm not sure why. Okay, so go ahead, Ron. Ron wants to talk
I wonder
about...
what's going on. I keep freezing.
Yeah, I don't know why that is either. Are you hardwired in? Oh, no, you're on your phone, so you shouldn't have a problem. Right? You're on a phone. Is Jennifer there? Say hi to Jennifer.
I'm on a phone.
Can Jen help you
Hi,
out?
Jennifer.
Can Jennifer help?
Let me ask. Hey, Jen.
Hey, B. Claudia joined us too. Hey, B.
Hold on.
That's okay. You guys,
Jen,
technical difficulties.
I keep freezing. Can you
unfreeze her?
I don't know why she's freezing. She shouldn't be, but it's funny. So B. Claudia has just joined us. Hey, B. Hey, Dawn. Only shortly on is my MacBook via telecom. I don't even know what that is. But Julia is there. And are you back? No, she still got her. She's still muted.
I think so.
Okay, let's just go for it. Don't worry about
I'm
it.
muted?
If you freeze, no, you're there. We can hear you now. We can hear you. So if you freeze, you freeze. Don't worry about it. That we can still hear you. So let's just keep going.
Right. I'll go back to what I was saying. Ming has written a wonderful movie called The Red River. Okay, I was supposed to star in it, but I didn't want to star in it because I liked the role of a doctor better. So I turned down the role of the star. Right, Ming. Now listen, Ming, I wish we had scenes together.
She's frozen.
Yeah. So the joke doesn't go very far when there's no feedback. It's called comedian.
How close to the router are you? How close to wherever your router is are you?
It's so difficult because I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Oh.
How close to my router?
Oh, she heard me there.
No, I can hear you now. I can hear you now, but it's in and out. It's in and out.
That's just weird because we did it yesterday and we had a test and it worked fine.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's we have to get better equipment or something.
It's not the equipment, it's the internet.
You know what? I really miss in-house interviews. All the shows that I ever did, my guests were next to me live. This bullshit with this Skype nonsense.
It's not Skype. Hey, Backpack John, nobody uses Skype anymore.
Well, skip my ass.
Hey, what's up? Backpack John has joined us in the chat room, and
I haven't talked to you.
Say something. I hear Jennifer in the background. Say
Hi,
anything,
Backpack John.
Hey, that was pretty good.
Hey, sweetheart, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
You hear Jennifer? Anything?
No, we can.
I have a message for Jennifer. Jennifer, did you finish my deck yet?
Should I yell? Should I?
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
I'm going to yell.
Yeah, Jennifer, you didn't finish my deck yet. Did you finish my deck yet?
I didn't give her the information yet. We haven't put it together.
I'm only joking. Jimmy, you have no sense of humor. You're so oatmeal.
I know, but nobody else knows what you're talking about.
I don't care.
The only person who knows is you and Jennifer.
And Ming knows. I'm having fun with Ming.
And the other 4 million people are like, what the fuck's he talking about?
You know what? They'll figure it out. They're not stupid like you.
Yeah. So, all right, Ming.
Ming, you want to marry me?
Can you hear us? I think she can hear us.
She may believe she didn't hear that.
No, she didn't.
Ming, you want to get married?
No.
You know what?
You know what? Log out and log back in and see if it's a bad login. Log out one time and log back in, and let's see if it's if we have a better login. Did you hear that? Jennifer, can you hear that? Log. Okay, good. Let's see how that all goes, because the chat room, everybody wants to hear what she has to say, but she's not coming through. Which is unfortunate because she's the coolest chick you'll ever meet. She's so fun.
Chick? She's not a chick.
She's a lady.
What
is she?
She's a sweetie pie.
I know, but she can.
She's
still be
one
a
of the nicest people we know. Are you kidding? She's a doll. I like her. She's kind. She's sweet. She's warm. She's loving.
She's beautiful.
She's beautiful.
Talented.
Well, she's Polish and Vietnamese. So when you combine those two, you get, wow. Look at her. She's a knocker.
I know. She's gorgeous. We're talking about you
Scottish,
behind your back.
Irish.
Oh, you're Scottish and Irish?
You said Polish and Vietnamese. Didn't you tell me that at the red carpet?
Oh, no, she's not coming through.
It stinks.
Anyway, well, we have to keep talking. You can't have dead air, so you have to talk.
Dead air is murder.
I know. So
anyway,
while we're waiting
I
for her
thought
to go,
she said that. Maybe she's Irish and Vietnamese. Whatever she is, she's beautiful. That's all that counts.
Absolutely.
And very sexy. You got to see her in person. She's got a wiggle in her walk. She's a really sexy girl. I wish we could get her back.
Love it. Hopefully we can get her back. Rebel, you got any suggestions? I don't know if Rebel can hear us either, too. Yes, she's very exotic, Cindy. Yes, she is.
I can hear you. And all I can say is now she didn't leave before. She left now. So hopefully she'll re-engage that link.
Okay, hopefully. Okay. Okay. There we go. Anyway, my phone is just going off the hook. I'm getting like a million.
That's because you're so important.
Million messages.
Everybody wants to talk to Jimmy Starr because he's so.
It says, has anyone seen Vampy besides me? I haven't seen it yet, but I'm gonna see it, and I think that she's it's super cute, and I think they like reissued it a few years later. It's supposed to be really cute. It's called Vampy, and then it's actually, I think it's Vampie because it's like a vampire pie. So I think it's actually supposed to be called Vampie, the silliest vampire movie ever made. And hopefully when she gets back, we'll get her on here and we can talk to her. In the meantime, what was we watched something really good that we both liked, and I forgot what it is already. Isn't that terrible?
Well, at your age, you forget where your dick is when you have to pee. But we forgive you for it.
That's like funny.
No, it's true.
I don't forget where it is because it's there.
I hope when I get to be your age, I'm not going to be like you.
Yes. Yeah, see, it's Vampire. Okay.
Vampire.
It's probably refreshing.
I think this is horrible. Good thing. Imagine if Anna Maria Horsford was on now, I'd be screaming.
Yeah, but it has to do with each individual person's Wi-Fi.
But Anna Maria couldn't make it today, folks. Sorry to disappoint you. She just got a new TV series and she's working. And we can't expect her to, not work today to be on our show. But she was very upset about it and sad. And she said that she definitely will be on again, possibly sometime in September.
Because we're booked for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, she may be able to do it on her lunch hour or something. But I'm happy for her that she's working and that she has a TV series. That's a biggie. That's like, work every week.
Yes.
So we're happy for Anna Maria.
She was very, very sorry that she couldn't come.
She's a doll. She's so kind, caring, and sweet. She
literally called me on the phone, saying, I'm so sorry and everything. So that was really nice.
I just love her. I just love her. Did you ever meet somebody for like 1 hour and you just love them? You feel like you've known them all your life. That's how I feel about Anna Maria.
Hang on. They said, Rebel, she said she's in there. Is she in there? Do you see her?
The box is in there, but it's not recognizing her microphone and camera. So I can't put her up because at least the microphone has to be acknowledged, or I can't put her up.
So only her box is in there? Why are you laughing?
Because you said only her box is in there.
You better wash your brain out with soap. You're getting the show is getting to you, I think. I think what goes on in this show is changing your personality, Rebel. What? Because I said, her box is in there, but she's not? That's interesting. How one can, have a box in there and not be there with the box.
This is like our what do you call it? Like our cursed day, though. Anna Maria canceled. Our air conditioner broke. Things happen in threes.
There she comes. There she is, my beauty.
Say something.
Oh my God.
What could be wrong?
I don't know. It has to be something with the Wi-Fi otherwise.
I mean, we see her. Why can't we be synchronized and hear her? Hello. We cannot have dead air.
Say something, Ming. Say something so we can see. It says talk for me is in the stream with audio only. It says on my sign.
That's me.
Well,
that's me.
That's you. Okay.
She's in a place where it has very bad internet connection.
Oh, it's audio.
No, we can see you.
No, we can see you, Ming. We can see you. Talk, though, because we don't know if we can hear you.
Go fast so we don't lose
you. Say something, Ming, because we can't hear you. Or maybe turn your phone a different direction or something. So maybe it'll pick up the Wi-Fi signal better in a different direction.
Maybe.
Go towards the window. Maybe you'll pick up more Wi-Fi by the window. Now you're upside down, and we can see the cleavage. How cool!
Be careful, your boobies don't fall out. You're upside
down. That's hilarious.
That's so funny. Am I really upside down, you guys?
No, now you're not. Now you were upside down. But now we can hear you.
You know what? Listen to this. I said to Jimmy, how many fans do you have? And he had 10. Then the camera went upside down, and about 1 million guys said, "Oh, I know who he is. We're upside down."
Yeah, that was terrible.
With his legs up in the air.
Yeah, right.
I know
that
who
was
he
terrible.
is.
That was terrible. All right, so talk, Ming. Let's see if we can hear you. Say, "Hey, I'm Ming," or something, so we can see if we can hear you. No, see.
Hey, I'm Ming Ballard.
There, we can't hear you. It's just it's like we have a delay, and I don't know why we have a delay. So, all right. So Ron wants to talk a little bit about Red River. Tell us a little bit about Red River, and let's see if it goes through.
It's starring Ron Russell in the leading role, who makes the movie happen. Ron Russell absolutely makes it up for an Academy Award because Ron Russell is a very modest, shy man. But when he works, his talent comes through, and nobody on the screen.
Okay, let her talk because we haven't had her talk in 15 minutes.
Well, we can't because she doesn't talk.
I know she's going to talk now.
Now tell them the truth, Ming, that the movie hinges on me. If it wasn't,
right.
If it wasn't for I have 3 lines in that movie. It's a doctor.
No, go ahead, let her talk. Ming, tell us about Red River, and let's see if we can hear you.
It's
all about me, darling.
No, you have a lot of lines.
I have more than 2.
Well, it is all about you. It's
absolutely, dear.
The sun rises and sets on your dick.
It's true. It's true. And it's true. And Jimmy Starr will say yes to that.
Joke.
That was good though.
She's good. She's a doll. I love her. You could play with. Ming, didn't we have fun sitting next to each other at the red carpet? Right? She did have fun. She can't talk. She's mute. We had fun at the red carpet. We sat next to each other.
We saw The Elevator. It was a terrible movie.
And we shared.
Oh my God, it was so much fun.
We shared good and plenties.
You had me in stitches.
Well, we had fun with the movie,
because the movie was terrible.
Oh, don't say that because Eugenia Cosmina is in it.
She says it's terrible too.
Stop that, Jimmy. But you know what? She's a dear friend.
Great actress.
Yeah, she's a dear friend, and I don't want to, shit on her movie. Let people go see it.
Go see The Elevator, you guys. She's great in it, and she's a great actress, and she's gorgeous.
In the movie, she's not gorgeous. She wasn't lit correctly, made up correctly, and that stupid necklace she had on was terrible with the rest of what she wore. Her hair was done terribly. It was not a Cosmina movie because she's a #1 model. She's been on every cover of every Vogue magazine, Mademoiselle, every magazine. She's a cover girl. She's one of the most important models and breathtakingly beautiful in person. Breathtakingly beautiful.
Okay, so
Grace Kelly lookalike.
So hold on. So tell everybody.
Wait, one more thing.
I know. We gotta let her talk.
Wait a minute.
She
can't talk. And she's Sue Wong's #1 model.
Hey, Rebel, see if you can tell her to maybe get away from wherever she's sitting, send her a message or something, and tell her to go by a window or something so the Wi-Fi is better. Because the Wi-Fi is just terrible.
She has to be in the green room for me to talk to her. She's not in the green room anymore.
Okay, hang on. I'll tell her. Ron, talk for a minute.
Oh, now you talk. Ron, talk. Ron, don't talk. Ron, talk.
Type and talk.
What are you, a direct? You don't direct me.
All right, everybody.
He's I'm telling you, he's a takeover. He's absolutely a control freak. It's all he does is controls my life.
Coming back.
All right,
let's try this. And eat, but see now.
Okay, now she's back. Say something, Ming.
Hi, you guys. I'm so stressed out.
Now we hear you.
Oh my God. I was going to be I was going to try to be frightfully charming or something.
You are frightfully charming.
I feel just frightful.
You're doing fine.
You know what? Lower your blouse and all the men will forgive you.
Oh, yeah, right. So, Ming.
Ron, I love your honesty. I love your honesty.
The ladies may not forgive you. They may get bitchy and jealous and say, oh, look at that tramp showing her cleavage. Oh,
Wait, you know what's interesting, you guys, is that women really don't get that way around me. I think I love everybody, So
the women want to feel you up. You're so hot. You're so hot. They do. They want to feel you up. They don't want to make fun of you.
Oh my God.
So
men do too. The men want to feel you up. Well, everybody wants to feel you up. You have a very hot body, and
I want to get with me. I want to feel me up.
There you go.
What did you say?
I want to feel me up.
No, really. Get it.
What a great laugh.
Get a floor length mirror and go for it. But no, seriously, you've got a lot.
What makes you think I haven't? No.
I'm sure you have.
Do you hear that? You guys, that's my fame whore cat, Onyx. He's 22 years old, and he's always wanted to be on TV.
You can bring him on.
I thought it was your I thought it was your vibrator. It's your cat.
They all say they love your outfit and that you're gorgeous. Our chat room's full of people.
No, you got to see. You know what I love about her? Mae West, the famous movie star, was 5 foot tall. Mae West wore shoes that were platforms of about 8 inches. All right. This one comes to the red carpet in these red patent leather suicide pumps that were like 10 inches high. I never saw anything like, not even Frankenstein wore shoes that high. I said, how the frig do you walk in them? Well, when she walks, she wiggles. She walks like Mae West. It's a very sexy walk because she's walking on those 2x4s on her feet.
And it was fabulous.
And they're pretty shoes for I don't know who. Years ago, unfortunately, people with the club foot used to.
You guys, I got a whole gallery of them.
I believe it. I believe that you have a whole gallery.
How tall are you? What are you? 5'1", 2"?
What is a club foot?
A clubfoot is when one leg is shorter
No,
than the
I'm
other.
5'4.5". I'm almost 5'5".
Yeah, 5'5".
Oh, go
She's
away!
tall.
You're 5'5". You are not.
Is that?
And she's like 5. She's like 6 feet tall when she wears
No,
those shoes.
she's 5'5" in those shoes. Suicide bumps. No, you're not that tall.
Yeah, I'm skinny. Yeah.
You're a tiny girl.
No, I'm like 5'11" in suicide pumps.
No, I'm 6 foot. You are.
Ron.
Next, when we're together on the set, you're wearing those horrible shoes. We'll stand next to each other. We'll see who's who. I mean, I don't think they're feminine. Don't you like to wear a beautiful stiletto shoe? Don't you like a stiletto high heel, open strappy shoe with a nice 6-inch stiletto heel? You know, those are like porn shoes where you guys want to be stepped upon in bed.
I do.
She likes porn shoes too. They looked hot. She looked hot. Everybody was staring at her.
Hey, but you want to hear something funny?
Yes.
Well, okay, so Ellen Mirren actually wears those high stripper porn heels on the red carpet. Normally it's covered by a long gown, and that's to keep her looking tall,
There you go.
I got to work on my pose game, though, you guys. I'm not like the queen of red carpets. Red carpets make me very nervous. I get very scared. I get very scared on red.
About what? What do you get
about going on a red carpet?
Oh, go bullshit me! Come on, you out there.
You're like so gorgeous.
Get away! What are you trying to pull, Ming? You got on that red carpet and you cleaned up. You were throwing those knockers out there, putting the ass out, the hips, doing all that Vogue shit. You look fabulous on the red carpet. Who are you kidding? I mean, the photographer's went nuts on you. Get out of here. She said she's nervous. Could you imagine if she wasn't nervous? She'd be tearing off her clothes doing nudes.
You guys, honestly, though, like if I were in primo shape, I would be like running around in very, very little. I just feel very, I don't know, I'm very like European that way. You know what I mean? I'm not afraid to,
Listen, you're all woman. You're not a string bean like these women that are skinny with the fake tits. Sideways, they look ridiculous, like an ironing board with 2 watermelons stuck to it. I mean, they have these gigantic boobs, and they weigh 1 pound. They have no ass. They have no thighs. They have no calves. They have no arms. Their faces look like a skeleton. And then suddenly you see these 99Z busts. You're a woman. You're the kind of woman a man wants to grab on. I mean, you're something
Handles.
to hold. No, you're something to throw around in bed. I mean, the skinny ones, you're afraid they break. Well, their balloons will pop and
Thank
you get
you.
water.
Wow, you're glamorous, like Hollywood glamorous.
You're like Marilyn Monroe
Yeah,
body.
that's what I was
Marilyn Monroe was never skinny. Marilyn Monroe was never. Marilyn had curves. She had an ass, hips, and her tits were real. And even a belly. Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
Same thing with my buddy Jane Russell. My buddy Jane Russell, was my best friend. She swam in my pool. I saw her in a bikini, and she had a body. She was tall, very tall, almost as tall as I was, but she had thighs and tits and hips, like you.
So hang on, we got to switch this conversation because we got to talk about some movie stuff. First of all,
everybody loves talking.
Yes.
All the men love me talking about her body.
I know, but
they haven't come yet.
Yeah, they're funny. They're all like loving it. So first of all, because Dawn watched Vampy.
Do you guys hear me?
That's the cat? It sounds like a workman or something like whistling. Yes.
Yeah, he's my fame. No, that's my fame whore. That's my fame whore cat.
She's a cat that whistles. Did you hear her whistling?
Well, that's look. A pussy that whistles is talented. Right?
We're not frozen. We're not
a whistling pussy is very talented. You should put that cat on television. No, really, you should take him on America's Got Talent. Yes, and say my pussy whistles, and you'll win.
Oh my God, that's hilarious! It totally could happen too.
Did you ever see that English TV show, the comedy show?
That's really, I like that.
Whistling pussy.
It was called. I forgot where the woman was. She worked in a department store, and she always talked about her pussy.
Oh yeah, are you being served?
Are you being served? And she'd say, "Oh, I've got to go home and feed my pussy. It's starving," and all those pussy jokes she did.
Talking about her cat.
Talking about her cat.
So all right, so Ming, we're going to talk about a couple of different movies real quick. But since Ron brought up Red River, tell us a little bit about Red River. You're the writer. Jennifer James is going to direct it. You're one of the stars.
And she
of the
wrote
film,
a good script,
and it's a great script. Tell us what you want people to know about it. Just tell us a little bit about it.
Thank you.
I'm turning down crummy scripts, by the way.
Well, I want to bring really
Let her
her back.
Yes, I love that.
Don't turn down mine.
No, yours is good.
Yeah,
Listen,
so it's
I
a
wouldn't.
very scary.
I wouldn't do your movie if I didn't feel it was good. I don't want to get the name of Ron works in shitty films. You can get that very easily.
Well, you're going to be in my next.
I didn't tell him that. I thought you could tell him.
That's the
you're
one
gonna
where
be in negative too.
I didn't tell him that.
That's the movie where you and I are naked in bed making love, right? No. Oh well.
She's got a delay.
Sure, Ron.
I can dream. I can dream.
Sure, Ron.
I can dream, can I? Well, it's about a father who rapes his little friend.
Sure, Marcia.
No, it's called the grandfather rape scene.
No, really, because you didn't know about this. She sent me an email last night about this. O negative, and I didn't want to tell him because I thought you could tell him on the show.
Yeah.
So you have another film called O negative, and you've got a great juicy role for him.
Am I starring in that one too? Am I making the movie happen?
Yeah.
You actually are in that one.
You might. It's you're making this one happen. Your character is very devilish, very impish.
Oh, good.
A very it's actually, so when Jennifer read it and other people read it, they said, holy cow, I mean, this thing is like it's very epic. It's super epic. I couldn't make it the first time when I wrote it. It was like my first script because it would have cost $5 million or over, and I funded my first film, which was Vampire, which is what I did. But O negative is going to be in a slate that we're going to work on, Ron, you and me.
Good. $5 million is no
you.
big deal today. $5 million for a movie today is no big deal. Trust me. It's called
It
peanuts.
really isn't. Yeah.
It's called peanuts because people are making $250 million films that stink. I mean, look at the Angelina Jolie's movie. That's out.
I get,
it's
I get
horrible.
so mad.
Did you see that last Angelina Jolie movie where she's
I don't
like?
claim to be.
Did you see that last Angelina Jolie movie?
I don't claim to be Werner Herzog. You know what I mean? But I do what I can.
Who the fuck is Werner Herzog?
You don't know who Werner Herzog is?
Or no, with a name like that, I wouldn't even want to know him. Is it a girl or a boy? Whatever it is. Owner.
Tell him who Werner Herzog is.
What an ugly name.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Sounds like a disease. What have you got? The doctor said I've got Owner Oswald.
Werner Herzog.
No.
Werner Oswald.
I love. I don't.
Werner Herzog is a famous German film director, screenwriter, author, actor, and opera director, regarded as a pioneer of new German cinema.
I thought, what do you call it? Marcel Waltz.
Right. So I mean, it.
Oh, he's got good movies though.
Yeah. So Vampire Wedding, but.
Where is this vampire movie? I want to see it tonight.
You make what you can have, and literally, you have. Sometimes you got to write. Oh, it's called Vampire, the silliest vampire movie ever made. It won 6 awards. I made that with my life savings.
Where can we see it?
To get that bad boy made.
Ming.
I tell you, if I had more money, you can see it. It's on Amazon. All over the world, I think, and it's going to be on Tubi in September. I thought it was on Tubi, but it's not on Tubi yet, and it's in the process of getting on a whole bunch of other platforms. But if you see it, it's Amazon. It's on Amazon, so Amazon Prime.
Well, that means we can watch it for
now,
free.
Are you making any money? If it's seen, if people go and watch it, do you make a couple of pennies?
Yeah.
Everybody, go watch this movie.
So wait,
Yeah, I
let me
make
tell you
money.
guys.
I
Let me
make
tell
money
you
then.
guys. Let me tell you guys. So the movie's called
She needs to
Vampy.
get her money back. She invested.
Vampy,
So go-
the silliest
I'm
vampire.
speaking, you rude creature.
I'm talking about it.
You're talking about it?
She's the
You're
writer and the
boring.
star, you guys. It's called Vampy, the silliest vampire movie ever
You
made.
guys are like so
Married.
funny.
We're married.
So you guys, the movie, it says Azure St. Clair, a neurotic vampiress who is deathly allergic to blood, must protect her only source of food, the vampire, a vampire pie, from a dark vampiric order that wants to use the powers of this deadly pie to revive the dead and enslave the world.
Wait a minute now. Wait, pie?
Actually, pie.
Pie?
Vampire, yes.
No, but you're talking about pie. So if they eat pie, they come back to life again? If they eat your pie,
No,
they
the
come back to
pie
life
is
again?
actually. I knew you were going to go there. Not only do they come back to life,
They
not only do
smile
they come
all
back
the
to
way.
life, they're laying there like
Oh my God, I just
they're
can't.
laying there ramrod straight, and then they just arise. You know, stuff.
Not only do they eat your pie, but you have a whistling pussy too. Jesus Christ, you're built.
Everybody wants to see the whistling pussy. Is the whistling pussy sitting
Well,
next
you know
to
what?
Let's see,
you know-
let's see the pussy whistle.
Yeah, no, he's upstairs.
Oh,
He's
you can hear him all the way
upstairs.
upstairs. Holy shit.
Wow,
So
he's got a loud whistle, that pussy.
You guys, so he's 22 years old.
Oh, he's an
He's
old
22.
man. So in cat
He's an
lives,
old man, and he
he's
just
older than me. And my pussy don't whistle. My dog doesn't whistle.
Ron, I gotta tell you.
I can't. I'm never going to leave you alone.
Yeah, but Ron, does your dog hunt?
What?
Therein
Does he
was
hunt?
the question.
Does your dog hunt?
Does
Hunt,
your dog hunt?
Hunt cunt?
Hunt punt.
What'd you say?
Does he hunt punt? I can't believe you just said that.
I thought she said,
just said
does he hunt cunt?
No, he's a fag.
You know what, Ming?
What? I don't get
Every
it.
time
What?
I see you now, you know
Well,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
but
say,
I mean, what?
I'm going to say, is your pussy still whistling? I'll never leave you alone with that. I love that. That's like my new Ming thing.
Oh, goody.
Ming and her whistling pussy.
Yeah, you know what? And I'm gonna.
I have such a dirty mind.
Brad's from
I love
Texas,
it.
so it whistles Dixie.
So,
Dixie.
wait, I want to say a couple things real
I
quick.
love your
you guys.
mind. You know, life
yes.
is short. We should have fun.
Absolutely.
Oh, you know what? Risque and risque always was funny. Since the beginning of time, when people said anything that was a little off color,
Yeah.
everybody laughed. Unfortunately, today we're being pressured into not doing it. They want us to be miserable and unhappy people in our country. We've lost freedom of speech, freedom of comedy, freedom of everything, and it's pathetic. And people now shun and look down at my comedy.
You know, I really feel sorry for comics.
Well,
there's nothing to talk about.
You know, I have a wonderful.
I feel really sorry for comics.
Well, when people say to me, Ron, you have a dirty mouth and your humor is dirty, I say yes. And people paid to see me. And people did pay to see my show, to hear that stuff. So what have you got? I mean, you're telling me my mouth is dirty. Well, people paid to see me. Who the fuck ever paid to see you, you creature?
Not you. He means
Not you,
the people in general.
The people in general. You know, the ass wipes that think that, I don't know what the hell they think, that were fuck you, if you know what that means. It's nothing what it sounds like. It's fornication with some bullshit.
Under the consent of the king.
That the Pope made up in Italy. So, I mean, we just made those words dirty. A bastard is somebody without a father. A bitch is a dog, female dog.
That whistles.
That whistles. A cunt comes from the cunt cave.
Yeah.
If you sail around Europe, there are cunt caves.
Oh my gosh.
And that's where the word comes, because it looks like a woman with her legs open, the concave cunt. So, I mean, those words really are just slang. They have
But wait,
no
is
evil
it
meaning.
Wait. Hey, wait.
You're gonna
Ron,
whisper?
is
You're
the
gonna whisper?
Concave?
Is the concave?
Yes.
Concave?
It is. Anybody that knows a woman when she's lying on her back with her legs
Or
open,
is it
she forms a
fun?
concave. A concave. No, she's. The pirates years ago used to go in Genoa, Italy, especially. All the concaves around the mountains, the ocean, were tons of little concaves, and they would go in there to bury their treasure. So men years ago used to put their treasure in concaves.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that one?
Yeah.
So wait, you guys, I want to brag some for Ming. So you guys, she's got a couple of great movies you should see her in. Vampire.
I want to watch this movie tonight.
The silliest vampire movie ever made. She's getting ready.
The silliest vampire movie
ever made. Yep. Then we have. We were working on a film called.
Crack open a bottle of wine when you watch it and just sit back.
No, I don't drink. Although my friend just sent me a bunch of mangoes, and I'm going to squeeze them and make mango teenies. That's vodka and mango juice. I love it.
So hold on, you guys. So we're working on a movie called.
I will make you some.
We're working on a movie
You're
called.
coming to Palm Springs soon, right?
Okay. Yes.
Shut up! I'm negotiating.
She's going to come to Palm
No,
Springs.
she said to me at the red carpet. She said,
"They'll come. You have to invite her."
What invite? She comes. I told her, call me. Let me know when you're coming.
So anyway, we have to finish painting first.
I want to come.
Absolutely.
Whenever you want. No ceremony here. No bullshit.
So hang on, you guys, because I want to promote the things that we're trying to promote.
We talk so much
because we only have 7 minutes left, and we haven't talked about any movie stuff.
We're gonna hold her longer because of our difficulty.
So you guys, listen up. First of all, she's got a couple of great movies. One of the movies, directed by Jennifer James, also is called A Typical Love, with Eddie Griffin, Stephen Bauer, Mickey Fairk, who's a friend of mine, so I bring it up. And that's a movie that Ming's starring in. Another movie also directed by Jennifer James is Mommy and Me. It has Stephen Bauer. It also has our friend Melissa Dowling in it. Also has our friend Alyssa Dowling in it. And then we're working on a movie, Jennifer and Ming and I, and Jennifer O'Halloran from Superman, called The Red River.
And let me tell you something about Jennifer James. That broad is so fucking talented. I talked to her, and I think I'm talking to an entire movie studio. There's nothing in the business she doesn't know or can't do. And I'm dying to work under her because I think she's going to be a dynamite director. And she's going to bring out all the good stuff in me for the movie.
Absolutely.
I don't know yet. I mean, I feel she directs me when I talk with her.
Oh yeah, she can make something. Yeah.
And she's a lovely person. Also, she's a kind.
She can make something out of nothing.
She's a very sweet girl. Very sweet.
Lovely. It's just a good. Yeah.
A good heart. A good person.
Good friend of mine.
She's loving. She's kind. She hugs you. Yeah. She's warm. She's a superhuman being. Yeah, definitely, and a beautiful girl too.
So, how did you figure out that you were going to spend all your money to do your first movie, Vampire? How did you decide on that being the movie? Is that just because you wrote the script and you wanted to fund your own first film?
Well, so Vampire actually came from O Negative, which was pure horror, epic. But I didn't have the money to make O Negative. So I essentially reformulated O Negative to make the movie Vampire and made it a completely different story to make something that I could afford with what little money that I had. And I just took the leap of faith because I don't really like to do things any other way. If somebody tells me, well, you need to do this first, punch this card. Well, I say, fuck you. This is not who I am. I forge my own path. I put mind to something, and I have not for 1 second any doubt that it can get done. And I was like, I'm done playing these games in this town. I'm just done. I'm done with the sexual harassment. I'm done with the talking down to me. I'm done being told I'm not good enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm too fat.
Hold it. Hold it.
Dude.
Who's telling you these? I'll go knock the shit out of her. Who's telling you this lies? Who's saying this?
Hun,
You're too fat.
No idea.
You're too fat. You have a gorgeous ass. Are you kidding? Any gay guy would kill for your
about
ass.
Sexual harassment while you're talking about his ass.
Listen, I'm not doing sexual harassment. I am not doing sexual harassment. Sexual harassment is if I said to her, I want to fuck your beautiful ass. that's sexual harassment. But by telling a woman that she is sexy and beautiful, to me, is being a charming gentleman. Years ago, women lived for this. They got dressed, and a man would say, "My darling, you look wonderful tonight. You look beautiful tonight. You're desirable. You're sexy." And if women think
like
that's
that.
if women think that's sexual harassment, then they should go and become dykes. Period.
So let's go some hypotheticals. So Ming,
No, really, you have a very hot body. Who's calling jealous bitches? Jealous people are calling you fat. Jealous. And as far as anything else about you that was negative, you know what? Listen, for every negative jerk, there's a positive Ron Russell who sees the positivity in everyone. I don't see negative.
I really do. I think you're one of the coolest people.
No, I love you more because you know what? I've really taken you to my heart, and I don't know you that well. But you're one of those people that who you meet immediately you like. And there's a warmth about you and a sweet sincerity. And I just like you so much. I'll probably learn to love you in time. And you'll be one of my closest friends. If that's any big deal. I mean, it's like his Academy Award.
Please.
So
I just adore the both of you, and I'm so excited.
Yes, we're gonna make some really wonderful things, and people are gonna love it.
Are you going to the Halloween bash?
Yep. They're going as our guests.
At the Madame Tussauds Wax Museum in Hollywood.
Yes. You guys, if you're
living,
going? Oh, that's the Halloween. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You have to go. It's going to be a major bash.
You guys, it's HalloweenHotness.com. Halloween-Hotness. It's open to the public. There's going to be a ton of famous people there. It's only if you get tickets now, it's only like $25 or $30 to get a ticket. It's at Madame Tussauds on October 16th.
You get to go through the entire
Madame Tussauds Museum, and the party is on the roof, overlooking downtown
and
LA.
You'll get to meet me. Meeting Jimmy's no big deal.
Yes.
But meeting me is.
And you'll get to Ming. You'll get to meet Ming, and you'll get to meet Jennifer Jones, and there's a whole bunch of other people going to be there.
You can see Ming's ass and comment on it on Facebook.
There you go. It's going to be a lot of fun. So Ming, let's do a bucket list. Go ahead. Go ahead. Bucket list. Let's say you could work with any actor and any actress in history that you have never worked with. Who's somebody that you think you would love to work with? And then the second part of the question is, if you could have ever been in any movie that's ever been made before, what movie would you have liked to have been in?
So I think I would love more than anything to work with Dame Judi Dench.
Oh, me too. That's a good one.
Love her.
Her acting is just...
She's superb.
Did you guys see her singing Send in the Clowns? Look it up on YouTube. No. The most beautiful performance.
I didn't know
it moved me.
Sing.
I watched it with Jen, and we both cried a little.
I didn't know she could sing.
Oh, so beautiful. It's a stage. Yeah. Oh, she can sing.
Ming, I want to ask.
I would say I would love to work with Dame Judi Dench.
And what about a guy?
Me too.
I would love to work with, obviously, Ian McShane. I would love to work with Ian McShane, Anthony Hopkins. I'd love to work with... we were considering some star names. I don't know if I should name them yet. Obviously not. But
don't name them yet.
If they're wishful,
I don't want to work. I don't really want to work with young. I don't want to work with really young actors because I want to work with seasoned actors who've lived life. When you've been thrashed by life, and just been put through the ringer and had your ass just dragged all over the just every emotional spectrum, you are seasoned as an actor. You're perfect.
And you know
You're right.
And you know where to go when you need what you need to do. That's the thing. I mean, I can go in a million places. You want me to cry? I cry on Ron Cry, and I cry because I think of many things that make me cry. So yeah, I agree with you. I want to ask you one question.
We have it in our bodies, Yeah.
Sure. Listen, the movie's called O Negative.
Yes.
In O Negative, you're not throwing Hollywood blood in my hair, are you?
No.
Oh, because it'll
Actually,
stain
you
my
are-
hair. No, my hair gets pink from that shit. I can't wash it out. No, really. If you throw Hollywood blood in my hair,
So
I scrub it and wash it with Clorox, everything, and it goes pink.
yeah,
And I'm too old for pink hair.
yeah.
Good.
Well, there will be no Hollywood blood in your hair.
Good.
You know, these are very exacting clean kills.
Yeah.
And what?
But you're gonna love the part I have.
I
in
can't
mind
wait.
for you, Ron.
Send me the script.
She's still putting it together. I think
Okay.
she's still revamping it.
Okay.
So, so what movie would you?
No,
have
I
liked to
mean
have
it's
been
written.
in?
It's written. But, geez, what movie would I have liked? I would have loved to have had. I would have loved to have been in Magnolia. And
Oh, really? Wow,
geez,
nobody's
you know,
ever
I
said
can't
that.
even. Julianne Moore played the role that I would have wanted to play in Magnolia. I would have loved to do.
And Steel Magnolias?
No, Magnolia.
Magnolia's
Magnolia. Magnolia's. That's the Tom Cruise movie, right? Tom Cruise is in that.
Yeah, and
I don't think I know that movie.
You know, I would have to say that movie, when I watched Magnolia, something was born inside of me where I wanted to write more than anything. I wanted to make people feel like I felt, and to be able to reach that level of mastery, you know, because Magnolia, I was obsessed with that movie, and I would have
Had a
wanted
great
to play
soundtrack.
Julianne Moore's role.
I like Julianne Moore a lot.
Yeah, beautiful stuff.
We watched a movie though recently.
I would have loved to have played.
Go ahead, finish your sentence.
I like
such
roles,
a
you know, I'm
delay.
funny and everything like that, but I have a lot of gravitas. I can play very grounding roles, you know, like detectives. Hell, I would have loved to have been in 000, you guys, with Andrea Riseborough.
I don't even know what that is. Do you know what 000?
I don't know.
Able to write.
000.
Okay, 000. You guys have to see it. I can write something like 000. I just have to wrap my mind around it and play the role that Andrea Riseborough plays. I would have loved to have played Mandy, the movie Mandy, you know.
Yes.
There's so many of them. But the roles that require like real transformation to me is amazing. Now, obviously, I would play that from a place of truth. You know, you play it from the place of truth, but that sort of thing. I like difficult things. I don't like easy jobs. I like things that are hard because they energize me.
Absolutely.
He does too.
I don't want a weak role puts me to sleep. Give me a challenge. Let me get out there and do it. You know, with zing and bing and wing. Meanwhile, Jimmy's going to yell at me now, but I'm going to do it anyway. If we don't get who he wants to play Empress Su Wong Lu in my movie, I would consider you. We could make you look very Chinese with heavy eye makeup, and you know, you are very.
I think she'd be great at it.
You're an evil woman. You're a very evil bit. You're like a witch. You're the Empress, who's the most evil woman in the world, and you have to play it with such hatred and coldness and meanness because you are just a horrible person.
Yeah.
And it's a damn good meaty role for you because a lot of shit happens with you. So I'll send you the script. I think you would make a very wonderful
So
Su Long Wang. She's a Chinese girl. Su Long Wang, and she's called the Empress in the movie. So your costumes will be all Chinese. And maybe Su Wang can help us with that. My buddy Su Wang, dressing you as the Empress.
I love Su Wang.
I love her. She's my dearest friend in the world. We're going to spend a weekend with her in Malibu.
Well, you know, I'm one half. Yeah, I'm one half Vietnamese.
Yeah, I know that. You look Asian.
So
I
can.
No, you look exotic. You look Asian exotic. No, you look Asian exotic. All they have to do is just bring the eyelashes up more, and your eyes will be very Chinese looking, and you could get away with being the Empress. It's a damn good role, and as I said, you're being directed by Michelle Kane, and she's a stickler for authenticity, and I know that you have to play it. Really, the minute you open your mouth, you have to be hated. And I want the audience to destroy you. They want to destroy you because you are so vile, so mean, so
terrible,
so cold, such a cruel woman who wants to
which you can do.
Who wants to destroy America.
That's what they call acting.
In 1943.
That's what they call
during
acting.
The Second World War.
She's nice as can be, but she knows how to act. So you guys, this is Ming, and you guys can follow her on her Instagram is at Ming Ballard, MingBallard. Her Twitter is at Red River _movie, and that's the film that we're working on that she wrote. Jennifer James is directing, and Ron is in it, and Jack O'Halloran is involved with it, and I'm producing it, and we're working on getting that whole thing put together.
And when you're in my movie, you and I will have a lot of scenes together, many scenes together, a lot of scenes together, which are good because they're very, very
awesome.
They're big.
Well,
big
you and I are
scenes.
going to have a ton of scenes together.
Yeah, I want to work with you because some actors you work with, you just don't feel it. You ever get it? Well, you're not around that long. I'm 64 years, so I could tell you how many actors I've worked with that I just didn't get it because they really weren't there. They walked through it because they wanted the money, and they were tired or drunk.
Tired or drunk.
At least when I'm with you, I feel you. I feel something that you know what I mean? I think you and I have a chemistry. And I think if we work it,
craft.
I think I think you and I we're on the same page, as I want to say.
I do.
So I think when we work, we're going to bang it back and forth like a ping pong ball.
So you guys too, if you're sitting at home, since everybody's watching TV at night, watch Vampy, the silliest vampire movie ever made. That's Ming's movie. She wrote it. She stars in it. And follow her in social media. We're going to be having her back because we're going to be having cast shows and stuff of all these films that we're all working on together. So she'll be back. We want to thank you for coming on the show. We love you. We think you're great. Everybody in the chat room loves you too. And
Ming, give it a couple of weeks. We cool off soon because right now it's dreadfully hot here. But in September, it starts to get normal. We're only like 100, 99, 98. That's cold for you. Right now, we're up in the triple digits. You don't want to be here. It's unbelievable.
And then we'll have you guys both, you and Jennifer both, we'll have you guys come for dinner.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So say hi to Jennifer. Thank you, Ming, for coming on the show.
Please.
We'll see you soon.
I would love that. I shall.
And we enjoyed it. We love you.
You are as sweet could be. Just a lovely, lovely girl.
Yes.
She really is. And she has a great sense of humor. And she plays with me. And I like that. She's not.
Chat room loves her too.
She's not inhibited.
So as to you guys, you can listen to the Jimmy Star Show on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, TuneIn, Pandora, and SoundCloud. We're also on about another 140 platforms, but those are the ones that everybody knows. We've got our next guest in the green room, so we're going to go ahead and bring him in, and hopefully we can hear him. Hey, Kevin, say something.
Hey, Jimmy, something.
All right, we can hear him. That's terrific.
That was good.
We had a bad connection with our last guest, and so...
So what'd you think of Ming? Did you hear the interview with Ming? Did you know?
I did hear the interview with her, yeah.
Yeah, she has a pussy that whistles. Did you know that?
I don't believe you unless I see or hear video of this, Ron. That's a bunch of horse shit in my book.
She said it. She said her pussy was upstairs, and can you hear it whistle?
I could hear it.
Yeah, well, if we're making proclamations like that, I've got a 13-inch cock that can hum a fucking tune that'll shake your taint too.
I love you already.
So, Kevin, how do I pronounce your last name? Gootee?
It's Gootee, like the beard that I won't grow, Jimmy.
Okay, Gootee. All right, everybody. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, comedian, actor, voiceover artist, podcast host Kevin Gootee. Hello and welcome to the show.
Jimmy, it is an absolute treat seeing you again since the last time you did my podcast, Gutting the Sacred Cow. Good. I'm so glad we got a chance to reconnect.
Absolutely. So this is my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell.
Hey,
what's up, Double R?
Double R, yeah. So you're a comedian. My first question to you is, how do you feel about being restricted by censorship of your humor.
It's terrible. It's an absolute crime against. It should be tried in the Hague. That's how awful of a war crime this has been. Where I should turn my phone off. I'm a fucking professional. Sorry about that. It's terrible because anything that someone could wake up and get a hair up their ass and say, you know what, I don't like what this person said, and then lead an online movement to try and cancel you because something just didn't strike them right. And it's not good. I'm not a fan of what's going on with restriction of language and thoughts and all that. It should be a society where everyone can say things. And if you like it, not a problem. Just turn off the channel, walk out of the club.
Yeah,
whatever
change
you
the
want to do.
fucking channel.
No, but what gets me is if we make fun of ourselves, men get offended because they said, oh my God, they think they're talking about me, when in fact we're not. Like if I say, oh, my dick fell off the other day from peritonitis.
Too much fucking? I know the feeling, Ron. I know the feeling.
You know what I mean? Then some guy is going to say, oh my God, I'm very offended that he said that because that happened to me. There are morons out there. Years ago, my audiences were all Jewish and Mafia Italian because I played all the Brooklyn straight clubs and all the Jewish Alps, upstate New York, plus Florida, Miami, all over.
Did you play the Brooklyn gay clubs too? Since you played the straight clubs?
No, I never did. I was in drag at the time doing this.
Oh, meow.
But I never did gay clubs because I didn't want to be known as a drag queen. I was a comedian who wore a dress. And I did the Town and Country. I did all the big nightclubs of the 1960s, early 1960s.
So you're the original Drew Carey then. Got it.
Well, different.
That's me.
That's me.
Me, Al, Jackie O, wannabe. Look at you.
Jane Russell, I used to impersonate.
Actually. Hold on real quick. We got a chat room full of people, so say hi to everybody in the chat room.
Hi, everybody in the chat room. What's going on? Can I see these comments too? Hey, here we go. Please ask him what mic he's using. I'm using a Rode 1 mic. Does it sound good?
Yes, it sounds good.
It's powerful. I like it.
Thank you. Hi, Ian. What's going on? Hi, Teresa. Hi, Ladylike Music. Yeah, no, it's crazy what's going on out there. That's for sure. I was going to say something else, but I forgot.
They said you should make a shirt that says "Change the fucking channel."
Again,
you should.
I want to go back to that question. So tell me now. Actually, give me a sample of your most risque humor you do in your show. The joke, the big joke.
Risque. All right. So I do a joke. I said I have a buddy who got married and he wanted to, I didn't go to his wedding because he has the audacity he wanted to have it in Newport, Rhode Island over Labor Day weekend. Fuck him. Right. And the hotel was $500 a night, minimum 3-night minimum stay. So right off the bat, I have a $1,500 charge to my name if I go up there. I go, $1,500 is a lot of money. I mean, think of it. I'm halfway there to hiring 2 Nigerians to fake beat up Jesse Smollett. All right, that's a lot of money.
He doesn't know who Jesse Smollett is, but that's funny.
No, but I get the joke.
He's the guy who said he got beat up, and they, he was beat up, but he paying those 2 guys to beat up, and it was a whole stage thing.
I remember that. I remember that.
All right.
So now, did anyone get offended by that?
They realize it's not a racist joke once they go, what? Oh, it's a joke about Jesse Smollett being a lying piece of shit. That's what it comes down to.
No, it's racist because you gave the description of who the 2 guys were. You're not allowed.
Well, they were Nigerian, so it's not racist.
No, you're not. You're not allowed to. No, by saying they're Nigerian, that's being racist because you're singling out Nigeria. People have demented today. They are all fucked up. That's why they're all dying from ulcers because they keep it all in. Nobody is conversing anymore. The cell phone has destroyed us. And
no, the internet has destroyed us, and I'll tell you why. Because when people had their dumb opinions, they would have to take time and write a letter to their local paper, the letter to the editor, and then they had to march their lazy on asses to the post office, put a stamp on that fucker, and then do that. Now, if we had to charge money for every time someone put a picture of a fucking chicken quesadilla that resembled Jesus Christ, and they had to pay $1 for that, then people will be posting less. That is the real thing here. Charge a post. Every single post should charge to be $1. Then people would think twice about their goofy opinions that no one fucking cares about. Thanks, Teresa.
You know what? I don't give a shit. I'm old school. I do the jokes. They're dirty. You don't like it. You don't listen. Meanwhile, we have over 5 million people watching this show. And I have a fan base of thousands of people who love me and love my humor. So listen to me.
Why do I hear the background?
I know. Listen to me. Do not ever stop being funny in who you are. Don't let them win. Be who you are. Do your shit. There's an audience out there for you. Trust me. You
hear me, guidance counselor, pieces of shit? I am going to continue to be me because Ron said so. God damn it.
No, wait a minute. I learned a long time ago, and I think Milton Berle told me this. He said, never worry about pleasing your audience because you never will. If you please some of your audience, you're a success. And he was right. If a comedian goes out there and worries, oh, shit, is this joke going to work? This show's, you're not going to work. You're not going to happen. You got to go out there with a fuck you attitude. Like, here I am. You paid to see me. Now I'm going to make you laugh. And that's has always been my attitude, even on this show. I mean, you had to hear what I did with Ming. Of course, I know Ming. I got away with murder. But,
wow.
You know,
because she's a friend.
No, I hear
of
you,
ours.
and that's the goal. Like I do, and in fact, I'm more right now of a show creator and a show runner. I created a show called Comics Watching Comics that was on Amazon for 8 seasons, and I'm trying to get these other shows pitched. Like I've really kind of moved a little bit away from comedy for the time being and focusing on those shows being pitched, as well as my podcast that Jimmy was on, the Gutting the Sacred Cow podcast that I had referenced before. So it's just. I think my end game, I've learned now that comedy is great, but right now I know and I can see the results of my work, of my labor from the podcast more than I can with comedy. And it's just, I'd rather be doing this right now. But again, down the road, I'm sure I'll be getting back into it somehow. But right now, it's like I said, I'm going to get these shows picked up and the podcast get more steam behind it.
Well, comedy is dead as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I have a very good friend of mine who's a comedian. I won't use his name, but
is it Milton Berle?
No, he's dead. No, but I knew.
I understand his penis is still above ground, though. I heard he had a hell of a hog. Did he?
He had a huge penis. He used to hit on me all the time. I was 18 years old, and he would chase me around this restaurant we ate in New York all the time.
Chase, stop it! You got caught all the time, Ron. Okay, I give up. I pulled a hamstring.
No. Milton Berle was an ugly thing in person. Oh, he had big liver lips with a cigar, and he smelled, and he spit when he talked to you. He spit on you. He was not an attractive man. I don't care how big his wang was. What am I going to do with a big wang anyway? Swing?
I mean, I'm sure you could think of a few things. You know, jump roping, double dutch. That'd be something you could do, right?
Exactly. Or let's play shoot the snake or something, or hide the sword.
Lasso cattle. That's something else you could do. Tap someone on the shoulder who's far away.
But anyway, my friend lives in Palm Springs, and he just came back from Vegas. And I haven't had a chance to talk to him, but I don't think he was so happy because he's not a risque comedian, but he's a Jewish whiner. All he does is whine about, they is me and my life, my father, my mother was no good, my father. And, that doesn't work anymore either because people don't want to hear that. I don't know what people want to hear in comedy. What do they want to hear? Only bad stuff about Donald Trump. Then they
see, I mean, look, and I'm not a political comic. It's just, if you say you hate something like the people who post every day, like let's say you hate Trump, all right? And I get why people hate it. But and here's my example. Let's say every day on Facebook or Twitter, I go on, I go, I hate broccoli. Fuck broccoli. And I do that every single day for 6 months. People are like, hey, asshole, we get it. You hate me. Move on. And I think that's a lot to do now with, like, especially she's out of the White House. But to answer your question, Ron, people want to hear about themselves and interesting things that they have done that have happened to them in their life. Like I have a story I tell my buddy, I call him GFA, guy who fucks anything, because he does. What he does is when he takes his shit in public, he wraps his feet in toilet paper, gets completely naked, folds his clothes, puts them on the bottom on the floor in the restroom, in a public restroom, and does that. So people love hearing shit like that more so, I think, than political commentary at times. I think right now it's been beaten so hard. People are like, you know what? Come back in a few years and we can do political commentary again. It's been beaten the shit out of. So. But
the public,
people want to hear about other people and themselves.
If you want to do jokes about the public, you can't anymore because the public is miserable. COVID, possibly who's in Washington, what's going on with gasoline prices, what's going on in Afghanistan. You can't make people reflect about themselves because they're negative. They're angry or they're depressed or they're confused or they're vulnerable. So
yeah, but I think when you do talk about things that aren't in that realm, it takes some. It's an escape. It's like the movies. Like an hour and 45, you're in a completely other world without those those news things bombarding your phone and reminding you, Jesus Christ, man, this is a tough time that we're in. So I think comedy can still be an escape if it's obviously done right.
Humor has changed. In my time, which was 1960, when I started doing stand-up and drag, there was a joke I did that was very risque and got a tremendous laugh. Today, it would put people to sleep. I was impersonating Jane Russell, and I said, well, I will admit that my tits have sagged. I was shaving my ankle and I cut my nipple this morning. Now, that was bad back then. People laughed. I thought that was so funny because the picture was Jane Russell bent over, her tits were hanging down to the floor, and she cut her nipple while shaving her ankle. I mean, that
would be even funnier if you would have said, you know what, my tits are sagging. Like, Jesus, you should see my pussy lips. Those things have been dragging the last block behind me.
Yeah, but you know what? Jane Russell was my best friend. And a dear friend.
Oh, that's cool.
So I never did anything.
You couldn't do it too risque.
No, I never did anything that made her look cheap or trampy or vulgar. I did that deliberately.
So hang on, I want to steer this into a different conversation because this conversation could go nowhere forever.
No, it's interesting. That's because you're not in it. You are not a comedian.
No,
you have no sense of humor.
So you're
not funny.
You have a very popular podcast, though, Gutting the Sacred Cow podcast. I was a guest on it. Tell people a little bit about.
Wait a minute, fuckface. How come I wasn't a guest on it too? Just Jimmy?
You weren't invited.
Jesus Christ, Ron! I just met you 10 minutes ago. Like, I'm not gonna pull my dick out and say hi. How are you? Like Milton Berle did. Let me slow down and we'll date a little bit.
You know what? If you pull your dick out and say hi, our ratings will go up.
I'm average. I'm not here to humble brag. I'm average. So. Jimmy, thanks for the lead in. Gutting the Sacred Cow is unlike any other movie podcast. What we do is we give a platform for the unpopular opinion. What do I mean by that? We invite our guests, like Jimmy, to pick a film that they find overrated or hate. But here's the twist. It has to be one of these criteria: widely beloved, critically acclaimed, or financial success. So you can't dunk on Friday the 13th, Part 7. We know it's a steaming piece of shit. So what we're doing is my goal is to get people to look at their phones and their tablets and go, what the fuck? Who hates Ferris Bueller's Day Off, which is coming out in a couple of weeks? And this week we have Rocky 3. Next week, I'm actually was editing the episode until I was in the waiting room with you guys. We were doing Revenge of the Nerds. So we're having these people come on and go, you know what? This movie sucks. And I'm not afraid to come out and say it. So instead of just four dudes talking about, Star Wars or some shit for an hour and a half, we invite and we have segments and shit. We read the Amazon 5-star, 1-star reviews. We read the critics 5-star, 1-star reviews. We read user questions for the panelists. So Gutting the Sacred Cow, I want everyone to go to their phones right now and subscribe to us on YouTube, as well as on the podcast platform where you listen to podcasts, because we're the best goddamn movie podcast out there, bar none. There's no one doing what I'm doing as funny as we're doing it as well.
It's a lot of fun, you guys. He hosts it with another guy who's also named Kevin.
I wouldn't know. I was never invited on.
You have to like watch a movie and then critique it.
Jimmy, I've watched movies since 1940.
It's very hard to pick because every movie that I wanted to pick, they had already done, and you can't redo a movie.
Oh, come on. I've seen every movie. I've seen over a
So wait a second.
million
Hang on. Let's go. So Gutting the Sacred Cow podcast, you guys. It's the other guy's Kevin too, right? Kevin Israel.
Kevin Israel, right? And yes, he's Jewish.
It's Kevin and Kevin, and they take the pro stance. No, they
not always. See, you don't know. You don't know until the very end on how we go. Some movies were like, "Fuck you, this movie's a classic," or sometimes we're like, "You know what? This movie is a piece of shit," or sometimes like, I could take it or I could leave it. But you don't know until the end. That's the beauty part. We hold our cards tight to our chest.
So, what are some of the movies that you thought were like great, like that you guys have been like, these are like the great movies?
All right. Well, we've had people come on and try and take down Pulp Fiction, lost. Star Wars, lost. The Matrix, lost. Die Hard, lost. Point Break, lost. Not just to name a few of these films.
The original
people try to attack.
Though. The original Point Break, though, right? Not the like.
No, we don't. Are you kidding me? I don't waste my time with those shitbox reboots. All right. The only good reboot is Dredd. If you're a fan of that stuff, the Dredd movie was amazing. But yeah, I don't. And thanks, Lady Like Music. You're right. It is a cool show. I appreciate the compliment. We definitely have films where like, no, you're an asshole. Usual Suspects. Someone tried to try and take down, and we destroyed them. But there are other films where we also. It's funny. Kevin and I will pick one film a year, and we'll sit in the gutter's chair and pull it apart. Like for example, Kevin he hates The Shining. He says it's so overrated, and he's right. It is overrated. I chose A Christmas Story because that film was one of the biggest pieces of shit that this nation had foisted upon it. That movie is fucking terrible, and it is a masterclass in gutting when I go after.
Do you like that movie?
What movie?
A Christmas Story. We never watch it. We've had everybody from the cast on our show. That's the one with the little kid gets the BB gun.
You'll shoot your eye out with Ralphie and the coonskin. Who can take a bully who's wearing a coonskin hat seriously? Not me.
I bet that movie made a fortune of money.
It did not. It did not make a. Let's see. That's a funny thing. It did not make a lot of money.
I think it did in Oklahoma.
It did not. We did the numbers. Ron. It did not make a lot of money. Why it became so popular? Why it became so popular is this
I was trying to go for a joke. And I was ready to hit the button, and you stepped on my joke. So
I didn't know you were doing a joke. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Go ahead.
It's dead.
Nobody heard it. So
no, but it's dead in my soul.
Okay.
So you can't do it.
Okay.
But do you ever do movies?
Just like Milton Berle's dead. Got it. Okay.
Wait, like in the 1950s, I could critique those movies that were wonderful and bad. Some of them were dogs, really bad, and they were tremendous money makers, and they become classics, and they called them a classic film, and I want to throw up when they call certain films classic because they're far from classic.
We've done also Citizen Kane and not Sound of Music. God damn it.
Citizen Kane.
Gone with the Wind. So we've done like some big time like classic movies.
Citizen Kane was a wonderful movie for the time. I remember seeing it for the day. It was shocking. It was exposing what's his name, the newspaper journalist.
William Randolph Hearst and his female lover, the actress Miriam Davis. So back then that was, oh my God, look, oh my God. We never saw things like that. It was really exposing.
What's the movie with the statue? The bird statue.
The bird statue.
It's like they say it's the best movie ever made in history.
Oh, Maltese Falcon.
Maltese Falcon.
We didn't do that one. Oh, we also did Casablanca not too long ago. Let me tell you one fun fact about God damn it, Citizen Kane. Do you know? So Rosebud, we all know. Do you know how that came to be? Charles Foster Kane in real life. So William Randolph Hearst. He named his girlfriend's pussy Rosebud because that's what it looked like. That's where that came from. True story.
Well, that was Marion Davies,
right?
And she was a tramp, a Hollywood tramp, and with him only for his money. And he knew it, and he used to beat the crap out of her, if you want a real Hollywood inside dirt. So when I look at movies of that period, I know the truth behind the film, and I know the truth in the writing. And I say, today, they should remake those films with the truth, and then they would have a quality film. But like last night, we watched a movie. It's called Crossfire. Crossfire is about 3 soldiers that beat up a man when he invited them to his apartment. The original script was the man was a homosexual, and he was inviting them up there to have sex with them. And one of the guys flipped out and killed him, beat him to death. Well, back in those days, homosexuals didn't exist in Hollywood or anybody's mind. They were not even existent. So they changed it to he was a Jew, and they said that this guy was a Jew hater, and he beat the guy up because the guy was Jewish. And I just found the holes in that movie so terrible because the script was telling you his personality. Well, he was a very weak man who loved artistic man. Now, we know that means fag. I mean, what are we, stupid? So, go ahead, show it like it was. Crossfire should be made today with the original script. It would be a fabulous movie.
We could do that.
But the fact that it was done with that cover-up shit, it was horrible. That was one of the worst films ever. And Bob Mitchum, who was a wonderful fella, if you ever knew Robert Mitchum, he was probably...
Yeah, Kill a Mockingbird.
Well, I mean, personally, he was a terrific guy. He was Jane Russell's best and dearest buddy in the world. And the cast was a damn good cast. But the film was a dog. Terrible lie.
So, Kevin, then, who are some of your favorite... What are some of your personal favorite movies?
My own personal favorite films. I love, my favorite film of all time is Caddyshack. It's the best goddamn comedy ever that this earth has seen. I absolutely love Naked Gun, Pulp Fiction, Star Wars, The Matrix.
How about the Mad World? I love that movie.
I could not have been more bored with that film. I was dragged.
I
dragged.
was screaming through the whole movie. It was the stupidest movie and the funniest movie in the world. Oh,
not in this person's eye. I found it insanely boring.
But wait a minute. Remember, you saw it now. I saw it back in 1967. In 1967, it was called funny. Things change with time. Today, looking at it, and you're a young fella, you don't really see the humor in it. But back then, it was a very funny movie.
Well, I'm going to fight your point with a point. So, okay, so does it hold up now? But you know what holds up and is 41 years old? Oh, sorry, let me do the math again. 46 years old now, Jaws. And that thing is still flawless. So, yeah, some things hold up. And that's why there will be classic masterpieces. Some things don't. And a Mad Mad World, and by the way, I'm 44. Thank you for the compliment. But it doesn't hold up for shit. It doesn't hold up at all. It wasn't funny. Other films still are funny as shit. Look at Airplane. Airplane's over 40 years, almost 40. Yeah, it's over 40 years old. That's still hilarious. So it just wasn't good.
If you ever want to get, we're really good friends with Lorraine Landon. She's the flight attendant from Airplane 2. If you ever want to have her on, we could book her on for you. She's
you couldn't get Julie Haggerty, the one from Airplane 1, instead?
No, I don't know her.
Lorene is the best friend of ours.
I see.
That's funny. We should redo that Crossfire. So I see now, because I don't think that I like The Matrix, but I don't think The Matrix is one of the best movies ever. I mean, it's a good movie, but it's not the best.
You know what? One man's meat is another man's poison. No one is the same. Everybody has likes and dislikes and views. Some people will not watch a movie if there's a black person in it. I know of these people. They say, "Oh,
He's sitting next to you, right, Ron?"
No, wait, no. They say, "Oh, I won't watch that picture because a black person was in it," and they switch the channel. Those people, of course, I dismiss. I'm not interested in knowing. Sure. But I know some people that say, "Oh, homosexuals are in that movie. I don't want my grandchild watching that." I get rid of those fuckers too.
Yeah, that's
so people
half of Hollywood is gay. I mean, Jesus Christ, they're acting. It's not a big deal.
What, you're saying Hollywood is gay?
I've heard. I mean, you guys are kind of pulling the curtain away on that one for me. So thanks.
Hollywood.
He knows all the ones who were gay.
Hollywood. Listen, I knew the Cary Grant, Randolph Scott, Tony Curtis, Burt Lancaster. I can go on and on all day long. Who was it?
John Wayne. Just kidding.
No. John Wayne.
Just kidding.
No, who's the lady who was the Big Valley mom?
Oh, Barbara Stanwyck.
Barbara Stanwyck.
Big dyke. She dressed in drag all the time. I mean, they were all gay in Hollywood back then. Yeah. I used to go when I was a young fella. I used to go to Palm Springs, and I used to go to the what the hell?
Which is where we are now.
The country club there. What was it called? Anyway, they used to stock it with all young guys and young girls, specifically for these movie stars that stayed at that hotel to have sex with. And you could go there and you could have sex with Tab Hunter. You could have sex with Rock Hudson. Any of the stars that went in there because they kept it secret. You weren't allowed to ever say publicly who you had sex with. And they did the same thing with the women. They had beautiful girls go there for the lesbian actresses, which so many. There's a book out called The Sewing Circle, and it tells you about all the dykes in Hollywood. You'd be shocked to know who they are.
When we watch these old films now, especially, I think the guys who went gaga for a lot of these all-time actresses, I'm like, if you would if my grandfathers were still alive, they go, so-and-so at her time. I go, you know what? You take your so-and-so and I'll show you I don't know, Anne Hathaway or Salma Hayek or someone like that, or Halle Berry, and they'll blow them out of their fucking blow them out of the water.
That's not true. You're very wrong. No one was more beautiful than Sophia Loren or Grace Kelly.
I was going to say also, oh God, who is the? I'm thinking she died in a car accident. Her head got cut off. Jane Mansfield. She's a smoke show. She was a smoke show.
She was a platinum blonde, big-titted, sleazy-looking, hoary broad that everybody liked because she was playing stupid and always hung her tits out at affairs. So she was like a comic, like an image. She was a cartoon. I'm talking about true. Rita Hayworth I knew Rita Hayworth as an older woman, and she was still a beautiful woman. Jane Russell, my best friend forever. I mean, she was magnificently beautiful. These women had glamour. They had Hollywood behind them, dressing them, painting them, hairdoing them, making them out to be superstars. Today, Selma Hayek, you could see her throwing out the garbage in panties and a bra. That's not glamour. That's not Hollywood. Hollywood is done. The leading men are no longer Tyrone Power, Rock Hudson, all those gorgeous men that dressed beautifully and acted.
Actually, that's the whole world, though, because nobody dresses
No, I
beautifully
know that,
anymore
but
anywhere.
Listen, I'm 81 years old, so I'm coming from an era where it was elegance and beauty. Everybody tried to look the best they could. Everyone dressed and wanted to look good.
Wait, so Kevin, who do you think? Like for me, like my ultimate, even though I'm gay, but my ultimate
You're
favorite.
Gay? Get away from me, you faggot. Faggot.
Don't touch him! Don't touch him! You're gonna get sick. No, I'm just kidding.
So
now I'm gonna get clapped.
My favorite Charlize Theron is like my
great. Oh, she's
favorite.
insane.
Breathtaking.
Very much so.
Charlize could be a 40s actress in that category.
I think Nicole Kidman could. I don't think
Nicole
Kidman
is
I
very
think she's a
pretty.
good actress. I don't think she's hot.
She's very pretty, but she's not a great beauty.
Halle Berry has to be in this conversation.
Halle Berry is beautiful.
Angelina Jolie, who grew up in my house, you know, she's my daughter Deirdre's friend. They went to school together. I made peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for Angie when she was a kid. We lived on Spalding.
No, she's beautiful.
She lived around the corner in Roxbury.
Did you see Gia?
Wait, I'm not finished. So
yes.
I've watched Angie grow up. When Angie was 4 years old.
Unlike her dad, John Voight.
I don't like him. He's not nice. But no,
thanks, Jimmy. You got it.
No, he's not nice. John Voight is a snob.
No, I know he's not. That's why she fucking left him and disowned him as a dad.
He's a snob. He's stuck up and he's cheap. He drove a broken down Volkswagen with a dented fender, ugly green car. He was never pretentious. He never lived a life. He never supported that family. They lived on Roxbury in a rental apartment. And his mother had to beg John for money to give the kids. I mean, Angie came to my daughter's 5-year-old birthday party wearing clothes that came out of the washing machine. They weren't even ironed. Her little Mary Jane white patent leather shoes were scuffed. All right. Angie did not come from a happy home. They were nuts. The brother was a nut. The father was a nut. The mother was nice.
I agree,
I like Marshalena. Marshalena was a hippie.
I agree with Anne Hathaway, though. There's something I don't think she's classically gorgeous, but I like her.
She's pretty, but she doesn't ring bells. I love her work. I love her as an actress. But Charlize Theron, she rings bells. I mean, if they doll her up.
Actually, Ron's daughter was runner up after Halle Berry won Miss New York or whatever. What did she win?
Miss Teen Long Island.
Miss Teen Long Island. Then Ron's daughter won the next year.
Halle Berry is a fucking beauty.
Yes.
You want to talk about a beauty? You got to see that broad.
That's what he said. You got to have include her on the list.
No makeup, no hairdo, in jeans and a t-shirt. When I saw her, I fainted. I couldn't believe and elegant and beautifully spoken and beautifully poised. That's why she won Miss Long Island the year before my daughter. My daughter had to give the crown to my daughter.
Another one we talked about in the podcast that some guys are defending to the death and they're saying she's hot, and I almost threw them off a fucking balcony. Two of them, Natalie Portman and Emma Stone. They're cute, but they're not dropping jaws.
Emma Stone looks like a frog with those bulging eyes. I'm not a fan of Emma Stone's in any way.
She's a great actress. I just don't think she's and she's cute, but she's not hot. Is my point.
No, she's not hot. I think Natalie Portman's kind of hot though.
Natalie Portman at times is quite beautiful. I saw her I saw her in a movie with what's his name, where she played a prostitute. She had on
Closer, where she's a stripper.
Closer.
Yeah, he loves that.
That's good.
That scene in the purple hair when she was half naked trying to bang him, she was hot, man. I'm gay and I was getting hot.
Thank God you didn't say The Professional when she was 14 years old, because I have to call the cops on you, Ron.
No, but there's a lot.
That was a good movie, though.
It was.
Now I made a movie with Sophia Loren in 1959, and
that's his favorite.
We had to get to the set at 6 a.m. I had to get there at 6. She got there at 7, and a black Cadillac pulled up. We didn't have limos back then, and out came this huge woman in a trench coat, tan trench coat, with a kerchief on and big sunglasses. And I thought, that's Sophia Loren. She's ugly, and the hands. She had hands like a man, no fingernails. I mean, I was studying her, and I thought, they make such a big deal about it. Look at that nose. She's got a nose like a bird. Anyway, wait a minute. 3 hours later, she came out of the trailer, and I was in her scene. I played a soldier. She had to walk by me with Barbara Nichols, and we had to scream and yell at her and throw our hats in the air. I dropped dead. I had never in my life seen a woman as beautiful as Sophia Loren. She was beyond exquisite, sexy. The walk, when she walked with that ass swinging and the tits in the hair. I mean, I fell in love with her. I went home and I did a painting of her behind my bed on the wall. My mother almost had a stroke. And it was Sophia Loren.
Jeez, I thought you were gay. What the fuck just happened?
No, I wasn't gay then. I was 19.
He hadn't figured it out yet. So wait, what about?
I was borderline.
Yeah, you know who else I like? Okay, first I like Mila Kunis. I think she's very.
See, I'm not a fan of her. She's too sprightly for me. She's too tiny, and I mean, she's cute. Listen, she's cute, but she's not. I wouldn't say hot. Like that's reserved for like the upper echelon. By the way, this is a great show. Two gays in a straight talking about women's looks. I love it.
You know who I think is hot? And she's an old broad now. She was married to the guy who came on our show that has Batman Collection, the Italian.
Oh, Virginia Madsen.
Virginia Madsen. I think she's hot. I don't know why, but if I was straight, I would sure go for her. Something about her that's just alluring. She sort of sucks you in. You know,
I'll give you two. One of I know you'll agree on Monica Bellucci, and I know she's not a good actress, but Emily Ratajkowski is stunning for me. Absolutely stunning.
I don't know who they are.
Monica Bellucci was in The Matrix, the second Matrix, but she's an Italian actress.
I didn't like The Matrix. I never watched.
The second one was terrible. The third one was terrible too. But
no, I never watched those.
But Emily Ratajkowski, give her a look. She's
what is she in?
She was in Gone Girl. She was the girl that Ben Affleck was cheating on with his wife on, and she's in Entourage.
Yeah.
She's a beautiful girl.
Monica's beautiful.
But she's very, very Virgin Mary looking.
Right.
There's an actress you're going to be seeing soon and hearing about, and her name is Eugenia Cosmina. She's probably the most breathtaking girl I've ever seen in my life. She's a good friend of ours. She's an actress. She looks like Grace Kelly.
Send her my way.
She's Russian. No, she doesn't play. She's got 3 kids and a husband that would kill you. But no, she's Russian and absolutely stunning and lovely. That Kim Novak was a great beauty.
Mm-hmm. Girl.
Great beauty of the day. Vertigo with Jimmy Stewart.
Sure.
Kim Novak. For those that don't know.
So hang on.
Another great beauty. And she was recorded as the most beautiful woman.
That's Eugenia Cosmina. I can't really see her.
Yeah, I see her. Yep.
That's a shitty picture.
Very pretty.
Wait a minute.
That's her at Cannes.
They voted this actress the most beautiful woman in Hollywood in the history of Hollywood.
Rosie O'Donnell. Got it.
Hedy Lamarr. Hedy Lamarr was a beauty.
Okay.
Hedy Lamarr was breathtaking. They said no matter where the camera went, she looked gorgeous. They could shoot her on any angle, any lighting. That's how beautiful she was. So Hedy Lamarr was a great glamour girl. You could see her in the Ziegfeld movie.
So wait, let's switch from the hot girls to because I always am curious.
No, everybody likes the hot
people
girls.
Who are comedians though. What are comedians that you actually like? Like who's your favorite comedian, or do you have a few favorite comedians?
Ron Russell. That's the answer.
Great question. Oh, but Dawn asked about what about Justin Timberlake's wife, Jessica Biel? Very attractive. Very
hot.
Attractive.
Yeah,
very much.
Yeah, I like her too.
Doesn't do it for me.
You like guys, Ron. That's why.
No, let me tell you something.
I know. Listen. All right. Jesus Christ. Comics I like. Jimmy, I'm going to answer your question.
Wait, let me just hold it. I was married for 16 years to a beautiful Vogue model, and I have 2 daughters.
Oh.
So I ain't all that gay, baby.
Me now. Jennifer Connelly, Boomer Mays, I completely agree. She's insanely attractive. Jimmy, my favorite comics are Dave Attell is number 1A, Rodney Dangerfield is 1B, Sam Kinison is number 2, Daniel Tosh I think is around 3, Chris Rock number 4, and I go Bernie Mac number 5.
I knew Rodney Dangerfield pretty well.
Amazing.
Back in the old days. He was one tough son of a bitch off the stage. You didn't play with him or fool around. He had a mouth on him and fists to go with it. He was kind of like a tough guy. Rodney Dangerfield, very tough. And I knew
he sold aluminum siding. He quit comedy and then he quit his job to support his family. He sold aluminum siding in North Jersey. My buddy's grandma bought aluminum siding for him for his house.
And the other one I knew was Joan Rivers. And my disappointment was in the green room, she was boring. She didn't crack a joke. All she did was talk business, and she was very quiet. The minute she got on stage, my God, that she became Joan Rivers. Amazing.
Do you like? I like Louis Black. You like Louis Black or no?
Some of his stuff, I'm not. He's not my style, so not. I like what I hear of him sometimes, but I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm a fan, but I don't dislike him either, though.
I love Medea. I watched all the Medea movies.
You lost all credibility right now, the Ron Russell.
Oh no, I love Medea.
We love Tyler Perry.
I pee myself because I'm so happy that what's his name, Tyler, brings out the humor and the warmth of Black people. And when you watch Tyler's movies, you want to be there with them and be their friend. And I think it's a wonderful thing for all those anti-Black son of a bitches to see these movies, and maybe they'll get the message that Black don't mean bad.
They want to know in the chat room, what about Elizabeth Hurley?
Absolutely. She's in her mid-50s, and she looks insane still. Bully for her.
Sadie Katz just joined us, and she's smoking hot. We love Sadie Katz.
Sadie Katz, forget it. She's Carol Lombard. Sadie Katz is probably one of the most talented actresses I have ever worked with. She's a brilliant actor. I love, and I'm working with her again in another movie soon, and I'm so happy. Sadie Katz.
I like Elizabeth Hurley too, though.
Yeah, but Sadie Katz is a hot piece of ass. She's gorgeous. If I were young,
kisses back to you, Sadie.
No. If I were young and she was available, I would fuck her all the time. She's gorgeous.
With consent, of course.
Of course, with consent. I mean, I got news for you. When I was straightish, all the girls consented. I never had to beg or ask.
So Kevin, which guys do you want? Which guys are really hot for you?
hot for me? I don't know. You have to pull them. I don't know.
Jason.
His favorite is Jason Statham. He loves Jason Statham.
I think Jason Statham is probably one of the sexiest guys around. And if I had to be somebody in a movie, I would want to be Jason Statham. I love the way he beats the shit out of 12 guys at once and doesn't even get a scratch on him. I love that.
If I had to pick one, I probably would say Ryan Reynolds, and the answer is twofold because he's a wise ass, and I'm obviously fancying myself a wise ass and quick with the wit, and he also can whip some ass too, and he's a smart motherfucker. He has his own gin company.
His daughter loves him.
My daughter Deirdre is crazy about him.
And he's fucking Deadpool, though.
I said,
yeah.
Deirdre, he looks like a wasp.
I could actually hear you as being Deadpool.
He doesn't have sex.
Me?
Yeah, you would be a good Deadpool.
Fuck yeah, Jimmy. Make that shit happen. I'm ready to go. I'm a better-looking Zach Morris. Let's roll.
You have to make it happen.
You should totally
believe in yourself. It'll happen.
I am, Ron. I got all these shows here I got to pitch, and I got to get people calling me up and saying, "Hey, I want to buy your shows and get me out of corporate America for the love of Christ." This is horrible.
You're going to make it. Are you Jewish?
No, German mostly.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you were Jewish.
Why is that?
Well, because of your determination and your push. I'm Jewish, so I know a lot of Jewish.
That's German persistence. We call that German persistency in our house. The blonde hair and the blue eyes, they don't give that away.
Most of the best comedians in the world have come out of Brooklyn, and they were Jewish. And they were
no argument here.
There's something about the Jews that there's a humor in them that I don't find in anyone else.
Hold on, we've only got a minute, and they're going to cut us off the air. So, Kevin, tell everybody how do they watch your show real quick? And
GuttingTheSacredCow.com. We're on YouTube, so subscribe to us on YouTube. We're also on every podcast platform imaginable: Google, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Spreaker, Stitcher. Just subscribe to us. And all I ask is, if you like us, tell your friend. 1, 2, give us a 5-star rating or a 2 or 3 sentence review and a 2 or 3 sentence review, and do that as well. And just tell your friends, we're the best movie podcast out there. Bottom line, no one is doing what I'm doing. And it's if you dig me here, a lot of people are digging me in the chat, and thank you very much. I really appreciate all those kind words, and I do have great energy. Thanks, Sadie Katz. That you're gonna love the podcast. I promise you that. And just GuttingTheSacredCow.com, GTSC podcast on Twitter. Follow us there. Follow us on Instagram, and check us out. We do a blog every day as well. Monday through Friday, we do blogs, and we do a lot of cool write-ups every day. So check it out there as well.
All right, everybody.
And if you want to get over 200,000 hits on your show, have me on.
Oh.
And let him do
I love the shameless promotion. And they go, and if you want to really boost your numbers, I love the ask. I'm a salesman, so it's like I love the ask. Good
all right,
call,
so we
Ron.
got to go, you guys, because they're going to cut us off. Hey, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Kevin, Gootee, we want to thank you for coming on. We also want to thank Ming Ballard, and everybody check out his podcast. It really is a lot of fun, and we want to thank you guys for coming on the show. Thanks, chat room.
Kevin, if you are performing anywhere, I will come to see you. I think I would crack up laughing from you.
I think you would too. Come to New York. That's where I am.
Well, I'm going to New York September 3rd or 14th, 11th.
Well, we have a big
I'm in
charity
Vegas
event.
then. Shit. I'm in Vegas on the 10th.
All right. Well, too bad. Next time.
All right. I'll go fuck myself too, guys. All right.
I was going to say that, but I didn't want to end the show with fuck you.
That's okay.
I know you're teasing.
Thank you.
You guys
so
are
much.
awesome. Thanks again for having me. It was a treat and honor.
Kevin, you're ace.
Bye,
Take care.
everybody.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it, Ron. Nice talking to Jimmy.
Yeah, this is MC Alfred. I'm just chilling, Jimmy Star, yo, sitting down and designing. Why every man them are thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself, known as Alfred.